So here it started. I don't no need to worry. Actually, even I have this documents with me also.
Okay.
Uh, Regarding
No,
Informatica.
because until like you people are there, it's okay. Anytime I can just call. The only problem is that when I'll be in a problem, like when I am working in the daytime and you are not available,
Yeah,
somebody
that
asks me
will,
about something, then it's a problem. Otherwise, I can always message, hey, somebody is
yeah,
asking this what. Now
correct.
you will be sleeping, right? You can't be awake like the whole night, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
Right.
So
Because
that
my day
will
starts
be
now and you'll be going to sleep now.
mostly I will awake till 1 or 2 o'clock. That
Yeah, that
means,
is normal. Everybody's life is like become who's going to sleep by 8, 9 o'clock.
uh,
It's like we sleep by 12:30, 1 o'clock every day, get up
yeah.
by 7 in the morning.
So for you, like mostly I will be available till afternoon. So,
Okay. Yeah,
so
by afternoon it will be all done, I think so. Because
yeah,
here they don't bug me, I think so, after afternoon. It's only like if you have like, I think this is like most of Americans here. So if you have only like Indian managers and all, they until 5 o'clock they'll be like, keep making meetings and all this stuff.
yeah. So we can, if you have any doubts, you can directly ping and
Yeah,
whoever
right.
is available in that group, they will respond to it. Not a issue. So I think I shared where it is. Yeah. Mm, master data.
When you are planning to come here, actually, still
Uh,
staying in Hyderabad,
no, I don't have any plans as of now. I'm still like I stay in here itself.
is it? One way that is good actually, but
Yeah, yeah. I like from like I it was there, but I dropped it because I need to take care of my family and
I know, like
I
yeah,
need to
you
look
have a
after
lot of
them.
opportunities there. I know.
Yeah, so I just want to have be here and I work. I want to work from here.
Yeah,
From,
that is one way better. You need to only visit here.
yeah,
Living here
exactly.
is
For
like
the
hell, man. Living here is hell actually.
yeah, so
It's not fun actually.
we'll away from our parents, our
Yeah,
friends, and everything. We'll stay. That's
it's
very
like you become you're coming to a like a what you call like a confined jail actually. So you get everything, but still you are in jail. Kind
yeah.
of you lose like good times and
So
everything.
yeah, just for traveling, maybe 1 month or maybe 2 to 3
Yeah,
days.
the
It's fine.
visiting is much better actually. Just
Yeah.
come, see, and just get out
Even
from
I'm
here.
planning the same.
There is no fun like before, like
No, we
years were
can't.
like, but like
Previously, it was
making
good.
money huge and all these things. That is all like economy was like that actually because here it was strong and like when we somebody was earning the same money here, they could buy
Hmm.
like 3, 4 apartments and everything. Now it is like surviving itself is a very big question here.
So here,
And where is the savings you tell? And the same money you need to spend in Hyderabad if you want to have a
like
decent
the
home.
kind
You
of
need to go to
expenditure and cost of living is high over there.
no, now this inflation, no, it's a headache. Now it's like
So it won't
everything
be
is gone high.
sufficient. Whatever
No,
we
no, it won't.
think, so it won't be sufficient.
Retail prices are all gone high. So what they have done, there is a strategy now. What they have done is like all the items are like the size. They reduce the size actually. People don't
Oh,
notice that.
okay, okay, I got it.
They reduce the size with the same price. They
Same
didn't
price.
increase the price. Yeah. So see, the human mind will be like, okay, same price, I'm getting it, but the sizes are reduced.
Oh, and
Everything
same.
got reduced. Yeah.
So if they're reducing in terms of grams, also will not know it.
No, no.
We
Some people know, some people doesn't know. See, if you buy a bag of chips or something, you never come to know because the size every time you're opening and eating. If you
yeah,
observe
it's a
very
same.
clearly only,
Hmm.
you know. But certain like oil or any kind of these kind of stuffs. Now I buy maple syrup for my daughter. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so that was like so much. I went and saw the shelf. It was like it was shrink to 30%, 40%. They shrink with the new bottle.
Oh,
And I bought bread actually. The bread was like we can see like a big loaf was of that size. Now the
uh,
size is been reduced to 75% of that
oh,
with the same price.
same price.
Yeah, and meat if you buy like they'll spread the meat a lot in the what you call in the plate.
Boxes. Yeah.
But they spread it like a lot. So
But
you think like there is a lot of, yeah, the grams are like less. A lot of,
yeah, it happens here also. Some customers or some persons will identify. Few will they directly ignore it.
yeah. No, there is no other go now. This is like all
Yeah.
mafia market. So we are all victims of
So
that. So can't help
you
it.
enter your family like you will stay with your family over there.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
My wife and daughter here.
okay. You settled over there only.
No, no, settled and all. It's hardly 6 years now.
6 years, okay. In I think in 6 years you will get green card, right? Permanent
No, no, that
citizen.
is only for no permanent. See, the green card they have like a little more criteria. See, if you are coming as a manager from India, like you are
Uh-huh.
taking up a job as a managerial level here,
Uh,
your green card will be processed within 2 years.
oh,
And if you are below the manager category, when you're coming and joining here, and later on you become a manager, that doesn't affect because once when you're coming an H1B and you're not a manager here, you're working as a team lead or something,
hmm.
your visa process will take not less than 10 years.
Oh God, 10 years.
Now, 2011 or 2012 applications are being considered, means that is running now. You think now
Hmm.
another 11 years, 2023 is like another 11 years. So anyhow, I'm not going to get my I may get my green card when I'll be become pretty old actually,
Yeah, it
and
won't
no
be
use of,
useful.
yeah,
Hmm.
it won't be useful. So it's like that, and it took me 6 years to. After 5 years only, they gave me a work permit.
Oh, after
Yeah,
five
because
years.
after 5 years because I came like in a H4, right? So
Uh-huh.
after that only last year only they gave me the thing. So we need to wait 5 years to get the work permit.
More 5 years.
No, no, I already have work
Okay, you
permit
got
now.
it. Okay.
That's what I'm just doing all these things, right? We are just working and all. So
Yeah.
I can work legally now.
Oh, okay, nice. You can work
Yeah.
in any place in US.
Yeah. Any place, any job, multiple jobs. I don't have any restrictions like H1B. H4 has that kind of privilege.
Okay, okay,
So I can work anything, I can do anything, like any kind of work, multiple jobs, everything I can do. It's open. But to get that, I need to wait 5 years. Okay.
okay.
And if you are coming illegally, you'll get it within 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Not 1 year, but like 6 months they give you work permit and everything. But see, there is some constraints when people come illegally, they can't go back home or something. But people are ready to be here, right? So
Uh-huh. Okay.
it's not a wise decision, like coming here and until you don't have anything
Yeah,
and
you
you
need to like stick with something strongly. Then
yeah,
only you
now it
can.
is like half, what do you call, like, for me, it is like, my half mind is to come back. My parents are back home. So coming back after like, so many years, what will happen? Like, again, we need to restart from there and everything. So all these things will be there. And I had a kid now. She's like,
5 years.
schooling and everything. Yeah. It's
Oh,
like trap, man. Once you come here, you are like
yeah, you
trapped.
can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
You're stuck.
you feel this greenery and you'll be crying here. Oh, I would have gone back. You don't want to go back, but you want to stay here, and you have all these confusions.
You will be in dilemma. Like what has to do.
You ask
Hmm.
anyone in US who's happy. Nobody's happy here. So pretend to be happy actually.
But it has to be continued.
Right. I can't help it, right?
Fine. So,
Okay, yeah.
actually, like I have prepared one document.
Uh-huh.
So I'll share with you. This is related to Informatica.
Okay.
So in this, I'm like in the short, maybe in 60 slides, you can
Mm-hmm.
understand what exactly it is. Like mainly, you work with the client only. The server is something you can't see it. Only admins only see, they can see it.
Okay.
Server, right? The client and
Mm-hmm.
server. Client is
Yeah.
something we work, and whatever the request we are giving, it will go to
Giving,
the
yeah.
client. Sorry,
Okay.
server. That server
Mhm.
will handle multiple
No, client
informatics.
is like you're talking about the stakeholder or something like that, or you're talking
No, it's
within
it's
Informatica.
within Informatica, client is one of
Okay.
the uh,
Function, eh?
function. So
Okay.
we have this functionality called the client and servers.
Client.
So for
Okay.
example, server is something if you're the event occurring, like you're, for
Mm.
example, I have this Informatica. I gave it to one company where they are having 100 employees.
Okay.
For each employee, I can't give it full access, right?
Yeah, right, right. Okay.
So what they will do, they will create this users, everything and all in this server,
Mhm.
and they will distribute to the employees. They can work
Okay.
in the client application actually it is. This is whatever I'm seeing, right? This is the client application. So I can see it only. The server is here actually, where it is. Yeah, this is called the server actually. This is the
Okay.
Informatica administration server where I can monitor how many employees are working, what is the
Mhm.
status like in the back end, what exactly each person is doing, or I can see if it has many services, which service is running and which service is failing. I can see everything. If you see,
Now, this is for the administrator, not for
yeah,
everyone.
not for everyone.
Okay.
For example, I have resources, multiple resources. I can enable or disable from here, or
Okay.
any service. What services are running? Node 1 means I have multiple loads. For
Mhm.
example, Node 1 is something kind of a backup. I'm running in Node 1. If it is fails, it will uh, open the portal or open the window for the Node 2.
Okay.
So it's a not failure safety. Like if something happens, this node fails, your work will also be stopped.
Okay.
So if the work is stopped, company might be lose the business. That's why what they
Understand.
do, they will create multiple nodes and they will assign it to the particular server.
Okay.
This
This
repository,
is for the back-end purpose, right?
yeah, entirely
This thing.
backend.
Okay.
So I'm just giving you the showing you because you'll get
How
understanding
it works? Yeah.
exactly the
Correct. Yeah.
backend happens.
Mhm.
You can see it, right? So
Yeah.
how many we have, how many it is failing, everything.
Mhm.
So this is not required for us. This is
Okay.
only within our for example, they gave you an laptop. They will
Mhm.
install this application in your laptop. You can
Okay.
access it.
Okay.
So you can open it.
Now, I'll ask you one thing. Once they give me a laptop, I can come to know like what and all I need to use because that will be already installed in that, right? So we'll come to know, okay, these are the applications we need to work on, I believe, right?
Yeah,
For that
exactly.
only they'll be giving the
Access.
access for me. Yeah, correct.
So
Like
I'll
once
I'll
they
show
give
it.
me the machine, like so once I see that okay, that has Informatica, that has
Hmm.
Snowflake, that has SQL, or that has all these things. So we have to like so it means that I have to work in all these things.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So if in this informatic also, there are
Mhm.
multiple teams working on multiple projects. Even though
Okay.
I have many folders in the backend, I can see only one folder here because
Okay.
you are working in this project. You can see only this one particular one
Okay.
like that. So based on your role, they will give you the access, read access or write access or whatever required.
Okay.
So mostly they will give the read access only. So you can read in particular one. If you need write access, you need to raise the another request. Uh, so yeah. So client, we work on this client. Mainly we work in the source, target, and repository.
Okay.
What are these? These are the something I'll show you.
Yeah, you showed me now. Yeah, the
Yeah,
source, target, and repository is that medium, right? How
medium.
to
So repository
medium
is nothing but in the backend.
backend,
It
okay.
will store all the information
Temporarily.
temporarily.
Okay.
So this is kind of a transformation do. Just I shown you, right? This is a source
Mhm.
and target. In between, we are making some transformation. That transformation will happen in the our ETL tool.
Yeah, that's what that transformation. Okay, whatever here that
Yeah.
employee date of joining, year of
Hmm.
service or something they have put. Okay. This is the architecture, right? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the
So
architecture?
architecture. So architecture. So if you see, you can get the multiple sources. You can
Okay.
load this data into multiple targets also. Vice
Okay.
versa, you can do it according to your need. If you have only one source, you can get the data from one source. You can load the same data into multiple targets. For example, they are asking, I need to generate one file as well as that file, the data has to be loaded into one database. You can do that. So everything is middle one is the repository. If the repository is down, you can't work on any designer or anything. This repository is the main thing. It will
Okay.
hold all the data.
Okay.
So
So this is a temporary data thing. Like, once
yeah,
you pull, it will come here, and once you pull out, it will automatically get deleted, or
it will
once.
stay for the, maybe they will give the retention time, maybe 30
Oh,
days, 60
that
days.
there is something like that. Okay.
Yeah. So they call it as
Now,
a
once you pull the data from source one, it has
hmm,
to go to repository,
hmm,
and from there it has to go to the targets, right?
target. Exactly.
Okay, it's like okay, yeah, there is two-way arrow mark on that. Okay,
Yeah. And
so okay,
this is a repository manager internally. This one, server manager, everything is connected to, if you see, repository
repository,
only,
yeah, okay,
because it's a center, heart of the Informatica. So this is normally architecture. So if you see design process, I'll show you. So whatever you are getting, uh, you can create repository. That is the one thing. And then you can import the source definition. Source definition, if you see in the red, I can
hmm,
get the structure of the table
okay,
and the target schema. Sometimes you will have the target structure, or else you need to
okay,
create it.
okay,
Initially, here in this core one, there was no table. I only created it. So, likewise in the target, sometimes you will have the structure, or else according to your requirement, you need to create it.
okay.
So you need to create it, and you need to do the mapping. Mapping in terms of,
Yeah,
uh,
where to place what, right?
yeah, exactly.
Which
So
table has to, which column has to go to which table, and all these terms.
yeah,
Okay,
and once it's done, it will be loaded. So in that, what exactly we have? Majorly, we have four components. One is
mm-hmm.
repository. Second one is designer. Third one is
Designer,
workflow
server management. Okay,
manager.
well, mhm.
Workflow monitor. I will tell you these two components also. So here, the client, what exactly client will do? Client will have this one.
Okay,
So repository, I told you, it will hold the data.
all
Designer,
the
where
data.
we can create a source to target mapping and the transformation rules, everything we can mention it here. Server manager is nothing but, for example, we create one job. Actually,
Mm,
we can't run it directly. If you are seeing this, right?
okay.
So what they will
So,
do, they will create one job. What is job? This is actually comes under the, for example, matic underscore job one. What they will give you the details for this one also. the
okay.
the name, what it should be, job name, and when that frequency, not frequency, yeah, frequency means, uh, at what time it has to run, daily 10 a.m. or something, 10 p.m., or it has to run daily, or weekly, or bi-weekly, monthly, when it has to be run. Even they will give you the information. For example, this job is running monthly, and uh, what is the source and target, they will give you the information.
Okay.
So based on this, we create this job and we will run it.
Mhm.
So why this job, I will tell you. For example, we have Prashant. I gave you one mapping. I am telling him to run this one monthly once, in the first day of the month.
Okay, first day of the month. Okay.
Yeah, I am saying this, Jan, first it is completed, it has to be run on the Feb 1st. But what happened, unfortunately Prashant is on leave.
Okay.
So he
Yeah,
might,
somebody forgot.
yeah,
Means like,
forgot,
yeah, we forgot or we missed
something
it.
happened, so we missed it. So because of that, business might be lose, because we don't get the data on time. We might lose the business. For that, what exactly they will do, they will create this Informatica job. They will set
Mm.
it as kind of a frequency, everything here, and this is kind of automatic.
Okay.
No one interference is needed. So every month, the 10 p.m. or the first of the month, this will job run automatically. We call them as a job.
Okay. Job. Okay.
So this server manager, this uh, this workflow manager we have, right? It
Mm-hmm.
will have the task, something need to do. We can create workflow, we can create one job, we can give it whatever the time we need to run it and everything.
Oh, that
It
is
will,
a work manager.
yeah,
Okay.
work manager.
R is
Okay.
repository to store, and
Yeah.
D is for what is it? R D. D is for uh,
So
what is D for? The D stands for RDWM, right? That R is repository and D is for it's over
designer,
there.
W for the
Designer.
workflow manager.
Okay, designer is like what we are doing now. The
Yes.
I see on the screen, like
Yeah.
where to bring that and
Everything we can do
changes.
the designing part.
Okay, okay.
Workflow manager is which
When
workflow?
to run, and we can manage
Yeah.
what
So
work
once
has
this
to
run,
do. Mhm.
we can trigger it from here, and there is one thing called the workflow monitor. We can monitor the session like log. For example, I ran it one job over here.
Mhm.
I ran that job, whether it's running or failing or passed or failed. So every
Mhm.
status we can see it here. For example, let's say, where is this one?
No, what kind of job? For give me an example, like what kind of job will run and it get fails. Can you give me an example, like
So I'll tell you.
any?
For example, fail, it might happen maybe because of something. For example, we don't have any date. We have any server issue, or we have any mapping issue, or we might have some data issue.
Okay,
It may fail with many reasons. For example, I'll try to run this one. I actually, I just for the sake of your understanding,
no, I'm not asking about fail actually, but I want
uh,
to understand, like, give me an example of what one kind of job which is running actually. Like, okay, this time we are just trying to run
yeah.
something. So,
So,
like salary 1 month, we want to every month, it's not salary, the attendance has to run, right? For example.
for example, uh, you are working in the one bank. So what they are having customers information, let's say about the customer's credit card information I'm getting. This has to be stored in our target.
Target, okay.
So in the Jan month, we have around 100 customers, right?
Okay.
Let's say we have 100 customers. I have this information already in our target.
Okay.
Okay. And in the Feb month, I added one few, maybe 100 plus 100 customers equal to we have 200 customers.
Yeah.
So this information has to be captured in our target as well for our analysis purpose. For that, this job has to run. Then only we will get the data in the target.
That
If
another
I
100 has to added in this target, right?
Yeah. So what I'm doing, Jan month completed, I got 100 customers. On top of it, I did some analysis. To understand more, I need the latest information also. So that
So
what,
all the 200 will come, huh? Again,
yeah,
no.
again come. No. Actually, uh, it will only get the data which is
Additional data.
additional.
Additional
That is called,
on the Feb month's additional data.
that
Okay.
comes under the types of loads. Whatever you're asking this additional, right? We'll call it
Mm.
as a incremental load. Incremental load is a concept where we will only load which is not available in the target.
Target, okay.
What is the first one? Full load.
Full load, okay.
Full load or
Fresh load. No?
fresh load means in the
First.
starting, first load you are doing that comes under this full load. Then the next onwards, whatever the data you are getting, it will only load
Only.
which is not available in the here.
Okay.
That is incremental load.
Incremental, okay.
So I'm assuming there is one bank, they have some customer information, I'm loading. So for that, what I did job run. So I'm getting the data around the month first, around 10 p.m. I got it.
Okay. Mm.
So how I will know? I will go and check back in this monitor whether it's got the data or it's fast, we received data or not, whether it is failing or maybe it's stuck somewhere. For example, let's take where it is. I'm running this one. Okay. So it is might be failing because of any error. So you can see, right? The workflow mapping is succeeded, but is failing with some issue. So in
Okay.
that case, we need to go back and check the log. Log is
Okay.
nothing but step by step what exactly happened, where exactly the issues are occurring. You can see it.
Okay.
If
This
you'll
kind of
put,
batch monitoring and all this stuff,
yeah.
like.
So yeah, that's a good one actually. So whatever we are getting, this is called the entire the batch process. We'll call them as a batch job or batch processing. Means some group of information we are getting at a time. Actually, this Informatica won't support the live data. We have
Okay.
second type is called the streaming data. We can't work with the streaming data in Informatica. That is the issue. That's why most of the companies use the cloud technologies.
Yeah, because this is like only fixed, right? Whatever data comes,
Yeah,
we can only work with that data. You can't do with the live data, right?
no, no. So this is helpful when you are working with the limited data.
Okay. Mhm.
So you have maybe 1,000 students per year. They won't increase, right? In the
Yeah.
academic year, they will be fixed. So you don't need any streaming data which is required in the live.
Yeah, every month they won't be adding anything. But the thing is, like, multiple courses have different date of joining and everything.
That comes under the. That's why what they will do, they will have the two branches actually. So whatever the data which is fixed one, they will try to process it to the Informatica, which is not fixed
New
or
ones
which is
streaming, yeah, no.
they are streaming, right? For
Mm.
that, they
Now
will
new
try to.
admission, new courses, because every
It will be handled by
yeah,
other technology, maybe Python or maybe cloud, whatever the alternative they have. They will try to get that kind of data in the other using other application. So that's why we'll have the multiple applications in one project. So where are we? So in this manager, we can create it, we can schedule it. Schedule, I told you. So schedule is
yeah,
nothing but the particular timing it will follow. Or we can monitor the sessions. Whether, for example, I told you for month. Sometimes it will happen hourly wise or in the daily wise also. So for each and
3 day
every
day
flow,
course.
yeah,
Mhm.
each and every floor they will create each job.
Okay.
So even with you need to monitor whether each job is running or failing, or else we can have this alert mechanism, alert notification. Even this as one of the future means whenever some job is failing, you will get the alert with some information like it is failing with some issue. Here it's failing. You'll get a mail, or
Okay.
particular team will get a mail saying this is happening. You can check it and you can fix it. So that's how entire this project works. So where are we? So okay, client. Okay, okay. Actually, this is whatever we discussed. It's the same. We are like it's
Good data mart system catalog. Okay.
yeah. Whatever the information, for example, it can contain user access or who is sharing information with them or the metadata exchange, whatever it is happening. So everything will be there in this repository. Uh, Repository. Actually, I shown you. Where it is. Yeah. For time being, I only created one. Previous there was one table also. I deleted, but it will. If you see here in the designer, if you're working in something changes happens,
Hmm.
it will store here the information, everything. Even I can create, you can't create here directly. You can't see any table folder, right? I can go
Okay.
back for each and every project. I can create it,
There's a new folder what you're creating.
new group. I can create it. So for particular group, I can new folder. I can create it. I can give it to one team. So entire administration team will do this, giving the access to the users or revoking it. In that tables also, like in the folder, I can see only particular this one because we have some limited access. So entire this repository will handle who is the owner, the permissions, or versions. Versions, I'll tell you. Version example, let's say, uh, as a part of a project, I created one code one. It is it is successfully given to the client. Next, what they asked, on top of it, they asked for some changes. You created on top of code one, you created code two, and you're given to the client which is not working. So in the repository, it will store it as a version one. This is a version two. So you can revert back to version one. So meanwhile, this is fixed. You're getting my point, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
This everything will happen in this one. Uh, you heard about this GitHub, right?
GitHub. These are all versions I have heard. Version means this thing I've heard.
Version
This
control.
all yeah, maybe GitHub version. This is all like through social media or somewhere I would have heard of. Not like
Yeah.
I'm reading this. Yeah.
Okay. So in the projects, this will generally happens. So what they will do, whenever there's something changes happens, we don't need to save it somewhere. It will automatically save these versions. If something might happen, unfortunately, suddenly, we can revert back to old version.
No version in the sense what we are creating for
Uh,
what we are creating the
I'll
version
tell
means
you.
like.
Let's say in the code one, I'm placing one SQL file. In that SQL file, maybe I have this uh, till here only I written. This is the code I have. I given to the client. So they are using, they are working based on this code. Next time they're asking, we need some changes. For the changes, what I did on this SQL file, I applied one condition. So what happened? Because of some issue, like
Small changes.
some changes I did, but I did some mistake in this code. Because of that, this code is not working. So what will happen? The entire work will stop. So what they will do? They will revert back this code two to code one. They will,
Code one.
yeah. So this is the same code only, but it's in the versions. Whenever something changes happens, it will save this point at it is as a v0, version 0 till this code. The changes whatever you're doing.
That's the main. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
main thing. We don't make any changes. That's a
yeah.
original one.
Here the
Okay.
changes happened. Version 2. Okay, this is
Version
not working.
one.
Revert back it to original one. Why this is because the fail safe. Generally, we'll work in the three environments. What are those? Uh, Developer environment, then testing
Testing.
environment, and production.
Maintenance. No maintenance won't come. No.
Maintenance happens in this production only. There is one team, they'll work on this production maintenance. Actually, the issue something happens, this is a team only, they will instantly respond.
Okay.
So production is nothing
Makes
but the work on live data. Means the original data we work. These development we might sometimes we work on live data or we work on synthetic data.
okay.
Synthetic means it's artificial. So for example, I say one name or some information. It won't be available anywhere in the world. I'll just create for sake of our development.
Mhm.
So ABC 100 something. So with this information, there is no real person, something, nothing will available. Just for sake of our uh, work purpose, we'll create it. That is a synthetic data.
Okay.
So live data, it's available in the code production. What happens when I'm moving this code to this live data, sorry, production, this production might not work. So what they will do, they will replace it the original one or the previous one. So designer, by using designer, uh,
Design is the main thing. Like we
yeah,
bring it or change it or whatever we are doing.
yeah, we can do it. The server manager is nothing but where you can see which one is running, what is the status, like passed, failed. You can see it here, whether it is failed or completed. Everything you can see it here.
But in my project, why they use Informatica? Any idea? Like because they want to pull the data from Oracle DB or something for transferring. Why they use Informatica in my?
We need to have only uh, three questions we need to have. What is the source we are using? What is the target? And what is the transformations we are making? So if you know, for example, let's say even maybe they are getting PeopleSoft, or maybe some files they are getting data. To store this information, they might be using this Oracle DB in our project case.
Oracle DB is Oracle database, correct?
Yeah, correct.
PeopleSoft is one ERP.
ERP.
PeopleSoft is a ERP of Oracle. That is also developed by Oracle, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Target is like Oracle DB. Oracle is like a database. Like MySQL has SQL has a SQL database, correct?
Yes.
And Snowflake has a Snowflake database.
Yeah. So Snowflake, maybe they have even they are storing this information in other database also. Snowflake
No, for
database.
my understanding, Snowflake database. So Oracle, Snowflake, and all these things we can. But Oracle, we need that Oracle kind of SQL language to retrieve the data.
Yes.
Snowflake, same SQL will write and will retrieve. And in SQL, we'll write the SQL queries and retrieve. So it's all common for three, right?
Yes. Correct. That understanding is correct only. So according to our project, we are doing that kind of processing. So Maplet, we have one more information. Maplet is kind of a template. For example, you can see this one. I want to use same this flow for the another one also. We can create one template under the Maplet and we can reuse it. It's kind of a reusable workflow. Yeah. So I told you, right? Source analyzer. It will identify sources and it will create the definitions for that. Generally, I shown you here, right? The source analyzer, this one,
Okay.
and yeah. So from these many, we can get the data. Uh, these all are actually the databases: Oracle, Sybase, Informix, DB2, SQL Server, Teradata, or we can get the data from files as well. Fixed or flat files, COBOL, XML, JSON files, or we can get the data from applications as well. Uh, SAP, CBEL, IBM.
These are analyzing sources means like where the data we can pull the data right from all
Yeah,
these
this
servers.
can we can do it the same with analyzing the source, or we can load the data same this as well.
Okay.
You can do the same with the loading of the target.
Okay. So
Yeah, even with the targets also you can do the same. Here you can see, right? If you see this
Yeah.
image, you will get to understand. So from Oracle, they are getting some data. From fact files, they are getting some data. Both are merging or integrating one place, and they're
Mhm.
loading into Sybase. Sybase is one database.
System database.
Yeah, system database. Transformation. So yeah. So uh, so these are generally used in the Informatica. It's the source
Okay.
qualifier
You
or
told me about that, right?
yeah, expression, aggregator, ranking. Even we have this lookup table.
Okay.
Lookup table means example. I'll say, uh, for example, for flow
Mhm.
for one source, maybe for one mapping, you are looking for the some group of information, maybe region like you are looking India, US, UK, Japan. You are looking. So this information you are looking. For that, you are writing one code. So this is for mapping one.
Okay.
For map another mapping also, you are looking for the same information. For that also, you are writing code for this one. So you are rewriting the same information for this
Twice.
mapping too as
This
well.
like
Instead of that, what they will do, they will create one lookup table. Lookup table means which is a common table
kind
with
of Excel VLOOKUP, huh? No.
no. This is kind of a one table which is common. I can create some information which is a fixed one. I can reutilize in anywhere. For example, in the mapping one, I need regions. I can use it from this lookup table. I need for mapping two. I can reutilize this one here also. Instead of writing, I can say that
Just copy. Oh, no, no. Okay. You can just type this region.
use this lookup one, region lookup, use this one. In that region lookup, you can find all this information.
But there will be multiple queries like that, right? A lot of queries like in lookup.
You can you can create your own lookups with whatever the queries you need. For example,
That's what I'm asking. Like, we have like 10, 15 lookup different codes we have written, different queries we have written.
huh,
Now to use that, we have to give particularly this one, like region is
yeah,
region, or we are giving like department,
hmm.
okay, department underscore
Department
lookup.
lookup.
Oh,
Department lookup we can create. Means
okay, like that. So once we create, once I type the department, then automatically that query will pop up there,
yeah,
right? So you don't have to keep on typing all these things.
you don't need to uh, give all this information every time. You can say go into this department lookup and see the information. So that is
Okay.
comes under the lookup one.
Okay.
So this will save some time. Stored
Okay.
procedure is a kind of, for example, let's say daily Prashant is coming for one particular work. What he is doing, he is inserting 10 records. He is deleting 20 records, and he is updating maybe 15 records. So daily he is coming and doing. So this is the repetitive work you are doing manually. So this is consuming your time. What you will do for entire this one, you will create one store procedure. So store procedure under IDU, I'm naming it. Whenever I'm calling this store procedure, it will do automatically these all three statements. You don't need to for this inserting, running another query, deleting another query, updating another query. Whenever you are running this stored procedure, right, so it will automatically insert it, delete it, and update it. That is a stored procedure actually. Stored procedures, and we have functions also, both are same only. Sequence generator, I'm getting some data. For each record I need to generate one unique ID. I can use a sequential generator. Joiner, we know we can use join the table.
Join that to your one mark you had shown me. Like,
Yeah. Source qualifier, I told you, right? Source qualifier, and what it will do, it will take the data and will automatically, it will convert into that particular environment. In here itself also, uh, source qualifier has one advantage. In the source qualifier, it will read the data. It even we can do order by here itself, and we can distinct values here itself. I'll show you this source qualifier. You can see this source qualifier, right? If I open this one, you can see, right? Select distinct.
okay, select distinct. Which one do you want? Okay.
Distinct means we can get only unique values,
Unique values, yeah. If there is
or
then no duplicate.
no duplicates, or else we can do ordering by, or we can give one query here itself. If you want to run any query, SQL query, you can write here itself. It has one advantage with the source qualifier. This is one thing. And we can create our own SQL query. For example, uh, instead of giving all these transformations, if you give directly one particular query in the source qualifier, and we can directly, once this source qualifier is run according to the information we given, it will only fetch this data only.
Okay.
And according to this data, we can directly map to target only. You don't need to give all the transformations here.
Okay.
So that is one advantage. For this one, actually, we need two transformations. No, one transformation required. One is a filter transformation. We can eliminate the filter transformation. We can give the query and we can directly get the data here. So that's the one thing. Uh, Expression we discussed. We can give any expression. You can see, right? The basic salary.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can give the this uh, calculation, or aggregator transformation means you heard about this minimum maximum.
Yeah, aggregate values. Yeah, count maximum, minimum, average.
So out of revenue, I can use this aggregator and I can have one more new column. For this new column, I can insert any minimum revenue, average revenue. I can
Mhm.
derive the whichever the information I want. That is the aggregative transformation. Filter transformation, we know. We can, for example, out of the any data, they want to fetch only NML or VINA or SC. You can create the filter transformation, you can get the data. So the best thing with this filter transformation is it will only return true or false. If it is true, we'll get the output. If it is false, it will drop there only.
Doesn't yeah, it doesn't show anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't show. So uh, filter transformation, yeah, this is a filter transformation. For each code, I'm applying some filter and I'm getting it. Router transformation is nothing but uh, you are getting some data from particular place. You can route it to another place. For example, where it is, I have this target. Even though I have this target, I want to have one more second target. I can route some of the information to here also.
Extra information.
Yeah, extra information, something I
But
need.
what about the other? It doesn't change the top one.
It doesn't change. So
Okay.
whatever the data is going, it will for sure it will go. So only the data you want to get it, you can get it here. So here you can see, right? For the department, it has in two data lines. Means it is flowing here, it is flowing here itself. By using router transformation, we can do that. Or lookup transformation we discussed. Yeah. So see here, lookup transformation example.
Hmm.
Out of the employee table, one project code is common. So the description of project code, we can get it from here. They will use this one query and they can get it here. We have joiner transformation. It can join files or tables or file with the table also. Joiner is we can join the table and both files as well. And what else we have? Maplets, we discussed mapping. We discussed connection. This is not server definition manager. We discussed. So generally, if you know just simply what are the components you have, that is fine
Yeah,
actually.
that is the repository, source manager, and work manager, monitoring,
Yeah,
and merging. Okay,
yeah.
okay, these are the ones.
So
Okay,
if you know at least if someone is from project, they are approaching you, they will request you for the something, so you will understand it.
yeah, right.
Or else you will not know. For example, they are saying designer, you don't know what is designer it will do.
Yeah,
You can't ask small questions to anyone, silly
yeah,
question.
correct.
Yeah. So they will think whether you have the knowledge or subject knowledge or not. So even this happened with our previous project also. Team members were reaching the client for silly questions. They escalated that issue. So we should. I'll tell you one thing. So whenever when you're working in project where you don't know anything, uh, your question should be straightforward and in single line. You're understanding, right? You don't need to uh, drag the conversation, because you might get into a situation where they keep asking you the questions, or the uh, discussion get more deeper and deeper.
More, yeah, more deeper. Okay.
So you need to be clear and crisp. So if you don't know something, just say it. I'll check
Um,
on it and I'll get back. That's it. So try to avoid the conversation or discussion with anyone until you have the knowledge on subject and project. So that's how you can survive any project. Okay. So
yeah.
SQL part, you have knowledge.
Little bit, not see. I know basic how to
Mhm.
light, where, like I told you yesterday. So these
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
things. I'm just practicing. That's it. Too much. If I learn, I am not getting anything. So I kept
Yeah.
it like simple. Okay, I know the concept. What to write table. Okay, we need to select column first,
Ah,
then the table, then put the clause. And if you are doing this aggregate or group by, okay, take care of the other table. Merging two tables.
okay.
These basics and all I know. And yeah, if you want to get a letter A starting, put A
Hmm.
percentage or something like that,
Then
and
this
what
would be fine.
and
This
like where.
works because if you even you don't write any query, if you at least you can understand query, that's fine. It
Somehow
would.
there will be some queries somebody would have written, right? So maybe we can copy that, or
Yeah,
I can Google it that point of time. Like
yeah. You can do
yeah,
that.
nobody is going to ask me, okay, write a query in front of me or
No, no,
share the
no.
screen, right? See, work wise and all, they don't. Only we do the presentations and explain more of the time. We
So
don't sit and type and show them actually. Oh,
no,
we are
no. So simply they will give you one task, they will give you time. That's it. Whatever you do, it's none of their business. You are Googling or you are doing anything.
they want
It's
to get the job done, right?
yeah, that's it. Everyone know. Yeah,
So how it works? Like in the morning, I now they'll start with me with the meeting and everything, and slowly they'll give me a task. Okay, this is what you need to do. Okay,
yeah,
they'll give all the input and this one,
yes,
and
yes.
they'll tell. So
So
I'll have to just work finish that within the timeline. I have to give them, right? Okay.
yeah, even though if you don't finish the time within timeline, you should have the justification why it is not uh,
Yeah, yeah. Means like yeah,
completed.
there should be something. Yeah, right.
Yeah, might be
Because of
some
you didn't get this person. Yeah.
incomplete information you have. You can't work like that.
Mhm.
You can say them. That works. So at least we should be smart uh, enough to how we can tackle that situation.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That works actually. Uh, yeah. So no need to hurry. So actually, I'll see in many projects like they will be in a very hurry. So they will make everyone like in a rush, kind of rush.
Okay. Mhm.
So with the calm mind, we should ask them, saying, "I need this much of time to understand this project." So out of that, once you understand, you can ask them to give the work,
Okay.
or else how this will happen, I'll tell you. So they will directly assign the work to you.
Okay.
So you need to ask some time.
They but the first day itself. No, I don't think so. The first day itself, they will
First
give a
day,
work.
it happened
Maybe first.
actually.
Is it okay?
So on the second day or third day itself, they're uh, asking to work on one particular one.
Okay. One particular project, eh? Okay.
Yeah, particular task they're asking. So we need to take some time. That's not a problem. So
Yeah, we can always tell them, right? Okay, first of
yeah,
all,
we
I don't
can.
know what is what, and yeah. So
So if you are clear and confident what you are saying, that's fine. So at
yeah,
least you should convey the message to them, so they will understand. Okay, resources the person needs some time to understand. So they will give you time. Out of that, it is crossing more than the given time. Then they will ask what happened. Like we gave you 2 weeks of enough time, even though we are not getting any results. Then they will make a issue out of it. Till then we should be smart enough like to complete this as soon as possible.
we have support, right? So somehow we'll manage. We'll
Yeah, it's like I'll tell you, this is kind of a river flow. If you once enter into that, you'll
we'll
easily
go along with the flow,
yeah.
right?
So you put on around 7 to 8 years, right? So for that, even though like you need to gain that much of enough knowledge within few months, then only you
Okay,
can
survive.
survive. So you need to work more hours, or you need to take more hours to spend on this particular work.
That particular work. Okay.
Then only you can do it. So yeah, mostly I'm saying, after
Mm.
1 to 2 months, you will understand everything. You will get some clear picture of everything. Till then, it's kind of a little confusing. Once you'll get a clarity, it will go continuously. It won't stop anywhere.
Hopefully, 1 2 weeks there'll be like maybe first 3 4 days or
First,
2 3 days there'll be like
I
KT,
say,
VT, and all these things. Yeah.
yeah, KT, it goes for 1 week. After 1 to 2 weeks, it will be like everything new to you. Then like then you'll get habituated to the people around you or the project or the work. You
what
will
they're
be,
talking, what terms they're using, why,
yeah,
what exactly what they are doing.
yeah,
So then you people can help me on the real thing, like on
yes,
the live project.
yes,
So
correct.
there is no confusion. So there it will be like, why I have to learn what I have to learn, right? It's
Yeah,
not that
exactly.
assumptions, like you have to learn that this and all this stuff. So it will be like a daily learning for me. Okay, tomorrow's work is this, and today you'll teach me, hey, this is what you to do, this is what. So gradually I may learn. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. So even I suggest you to spend some maybe 1 or 2 hours in the weekend also
Yeah,
to.
for sure. Why not? Yeah, yeah. Initially, we need to to getting
Hmm.
a job itself is like a hardcore situation now here. And when we get a remote kind of job and all, at
Yeah,
least
we
we'll
should.
survive the contract period.
Yeah, we should utilize that
Exactly.
opportunity.
Because it was my so much. I don't know. I attended only two interviews.
Mm-hmm.
The first one also I was supposed to clear, but something happened
Okay.
because they selected something, and this one was my second. So
Okay.
but it took almost like 7 to 8 months to to get